Hey everyone, it's Jackie from Vegan Yak Attack, and I'm back with a brand new video and recipe for you. Today's recipe is coming from Tony's book, Plant-Based on a Budget, which is kind of the best thing ever. It even says here, delicious vegan recipes for under $30 a week in less than 30 minutes a meal. I think it's a really great resource for a lot of people that are either very busy or very new to vegan recipes, all that good stuff. So she and her publisher are letting me share her no-bake chocolate pie with you today. And as you can see here, there are not very many ingredients. And that's even me adding some in because it says you need a pre-made graham cracker crust, and I don't have that with me right now. I do somehow have some vegan gluten-free graham crackers though. So I'll be showing you how to make a very quick no-bake graham cracker crust today as well. Now what you'll need today is a food processor or a blender works, and we'll need some vegan chocolate chips, about 12 ounces of that. That's like kind of a large package, but you might need to buy 2 packages to get that amount depending on what store you're shopping at. We need just a little vanilla extract, some silken tofu, 14 ounces of that, a graham cracker crust as she listed. Since, like I said before, I don't have that on hand, I have an 8-ounce package of graham crackers, some vegan graham crackers, and then, I'm gonna lay that down. And then I have a little vegan butter and a pinch of salt because I'm gonna show you how to make a very quick homemade graham cracker crust. You can even do this with like ginger snaps or maybe even chocolate chip cookies would be very delicious. So either way, it's really not going to take any time at all to whip this pie up. So what we're going to do now is whip up that very quick crust. I have these berries for topping later, so I'll move them out of the way for now. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to take my very soft butter. And actually, just make sure your hands are clean. I'm just going to rub this on here first because we're only going to need about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to grease this roughly 9-inch pie pan. Whoop! Books down. It's okay. It'll be okay. So I'm going to grease this up so that it's easier to get this no-bake pie crust out of here. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. And we can move this over here for now. So I have, like I said, an 8-ounce package, or just 8 ounces of graham crackers. So I'm going to put these into the food processor because we want to get them pretty finely ground for this crust. Okay. And breaking them up into there just makes it a little faster. Put your top on. And, sorry. Okay. Tap that out. So you see this is pretty finely ground here. Ooh, smells good already, and it's literally just graham crackers that are ground. So now that those are ground, I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. Here we are. At room temperature. Ooh, if it's not quite room temp, you can just cube it up and put it in there. Here we go. And then a little pinch of salt. I like my sweets with a little salt to complement them. And we'll give this just a little whir until it starts kind of clumping up a bit. Okay, I know it doesn't look like it, but when you pinch this together, it sticks a little bit. You know what? No, I think that will be good because once you have this in the refrigerator, it's going to solidify a bit since the butter was soft. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this crust into here. Get this little bit out. And then we can use this bowl, or you can use like a measuring cup too, and press that into the pie pan to an even layer. So probably in this case about 1/4 inch thick. Looking good. It doesn't need to be like the sexiest pie crust you've ever seen. It just needs to taste good. That's what's the most important thing here. Okay, here we are. I think that looks pretty good. So here is the pie crust. See, it's pretty packed in there. And now we can go ahead and make the filling. And the first thing that we're gonna do is add the silken tofu, wow, to the food processor. Get rid of this water. Then, this amazing shortcut is we're just going to, per the instructions that Tony has given us, microwave these chocolate chips for about 45 seconds. Give it a little stir. If they don't seem to be melting, then we'll try another 20-second increment, and so on and so forth, until we get a nice smooth chocolate to add into the food processor. While we're waiting for that, we can go ahead and put the 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract in here. Now let's see how this turned out. Okay, so you can definitely see that it's starting to melt around the edges. And the key thing to remember when heating up chocolate chips is that you may think that it needs to be like a pool of chocolate once you're heating it up, but no, please do not do that. You will overcook and probably burn your chocolate chips. So I'm going to fold this, because what happens is once you start folding the melted parts with the slightly warm parts, it'll melt a little bit more. This will still need some more time, but this is what you should do in between those little intervals of 20 seconds. Okay. And very important, microwave safe bowl, no metal bowls or whatever. And if you don't want to use the microwave for this, what you can do is get a small pot, fill it with like 1 inch of water, and create your own double boiler using a high heat bowl. So maybe like even a casserole dish or a metal bowl, some sort of mixing bowl. Put it on top, and then at like low medium heat, just bring it up to a steam and put the chocolate chips in that inset bowl of your double boiler, and then whisk it like every 30 seconds or so until you get it nice and smooth. Okay, I think we're definitely getting there. Ooh, there we go. So you see here, a lot of these chips will start melting as they're being stirred around. So you just have to be a little patient. Ooh, nice and melted. I'm just gonna keep stirring this because the bowl is pretty warm and I just don't want to burn the chocolate, because once you burn the chocolate, it's hard to come back from that. You start adding liquids and stuff, it becomes a mess, and it's really not what you want. Because here, we don't want to add any more liquid, because mixing this melted chocolate with the tofu, once it sets, all the oils and stuff from the chocolate will make this pie very firm. Okay, so you see it's only a couple more little bumps in here. And making sure to get around the edges because you don't want those to cool and harden. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I think just because there's a couple more chips in there, they're probably going to get whirred up in this food processor. So add this in here. and really trying hard not to lick the spatula at this moment. Okay. Get all of that chocolate. And now we'll give this a whir. I just gave it like a quick rinse out between the crust and this. Oh, there we go. All right, now we are going to scrape the sides a little bit. I see that there's some chocolate that got caught up here, but overall it's looking nice and smooth, because you just want this as smooth as possible. I think a really good addition to this would be a little bit of peanut butter, so maybe in the future I'll add some of that. Ooh, yum. That's so good. So simple, too. All right, I think we're good on that. Let me rinse this off. Okay, I think that, ooh, this is looking sexy. Look at that. Ooh, she thick. All right, let's transfer this to the pie crust. Try and do this in a way that you can see it, but that also is not dangerous. Okay, I think we scraped as much as we can out of this. And now to smooth it out, maybe with 2 hands, use the back of the spatula for this. I think right here is where you can have a little fun. Ooh. Maybe not so rough, a little bit more gentle since we've made this crust. But you can have a little fun with the swirls and stuff in the pie. Add a nice little personal touch to it. Maybe a little zhuzh, like that. Maybe a little rose shape or something. So we're gonna be topping this with some whipped cream too. Now that we are at this point, it's time to be patient and let it set in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. I'm gonna do it maybe at 45 just to be safe. Now, I've waited about 45 minutes to pull this out, and it's soft but very firm, so I think that this is perfect. And we're going to top it with some vegan whip. You can either buy store-bought, like in this case I already had it in my freezer, or you can make cocoa whip with the coconut cream that's on top of the can. I can link that recipe in the description as well. Super easy, basically one ingredient without the sweetener, if you don't want to add the sweetener. And now we'll add in a couple of berries. Ooh, she cute. I probably should not have let this whipped cream thaw out for as long as I did, but still be delicious. And like I said earlier, that's what matters. Here, I'll put this small strawberry right here. A couple more bloobs. Are you just dying waiting to cut this open? I'm kinda dying. All right. Now that I have my plate and fork, let's give this a try. I know typically I, finish it all in front of you guys, but I really wanted to get the shot of this before the whipped cream and stuff melted on it, and I ended up giving Corey the slice that I took out. So let's give this little slice. I don't know, should I cut into the strawberry? Yes, we're doing it. We're just cutting right into that strawberry. Ooh. All right, hopefully, woo! Yes, this crust doesn't give us too many problems. I ended up adding that 1/3 tablespoon of vegan butter because it just didn't seem like it was sticking that much together. Now I'm going to move this slice of strawberry and dig right in. Oh man, that is so rich. I probably could have made a little bit of a smaller slice. I feel like this easily could be 8 to 10 servings depending on how many people you have or who's eating. But honestly, that mixture of chocolate and tofu is like, how do you beat that? It's so easy. It's so delicious. And with this homemade graham cracker crust, the vegan butter is a little salty, plus that little pinch of salt. It cuts this so nicely. If you don't make the graham cracker crust yourself, I recommend maybe a little sprinkling of coarse salt if that's something that you're into. And it's really nice with the whip because the whip is nice and light. Wow. Okay. I am so happy that this will be in my refrigerator for the rest of the week. Yeah, maybe I might share. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So, as I've said before, this is from Tony Okamoto's cookbook, Plant-Based on a Budget. Her blog is also an amazing reference for eating plant-based vegan recipes on a budget. Really simple recipes that still are very delicious, just like this 4-ingredient chocolate pie that she let me share with y'all today. So you can find a link to the book in the blog post that I have linked in the description of this video. And if you liked this video and you like this recipe, please give me a thumbs up and press that subscribe button. I'll see y'all later.